Alright, shalom, shalom. Akim. Alright. Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RECHAKODASH, and the water YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, for the spirit and truth. Alright, as always, double honors to my apostles, the head elders, the great millstone, who are well, and taught me this truth through the spirit, Bakatham. And as always, salutations to the Sequani Wa'akim, across the four corners of the earth that's teaching this truth. In sincerity, faith, and honesty. Alright. Shalom, Wahabakam, Wahabakharim, Shayashala, which is peace and love to the elect of Israel, scattered about the four corners of the earth, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. I'm my fellow servant, Kwame Yashala. Alright, and pretty much through the spirit and power, YAHAWASHI. Alright, this is strictly through the spirit. You know, I didn't even plan this. You know, just the spirit hopped on me to put this lesson out there for younger brothers. Alright, that's like myself. Alright, younger brothers and older brothers that's young in the spirit. Okay, right, when it comes down to speaking, all right, around brothers that's been laboring amongst you longer than you, even out if you're amongst elders, you know, whoever this video is for, you know. All right, so without further ado, all right, I titled this "Use Few Words Around Older Brothers." All right, so I got a few precepts, and I'm gonna go ahead and read this through the spirit, and I'm gonna get out of here. All right, because this is something that I had to. Through my experience before I first came into the truth, this is something that I had to accept, you know. All right, because when you're in the world, you think you got it all, you think you know it all. But there comes a process of humiliation where the Lord will humble you, man. All right, He'll bring you down to the ground, man. The Lord will drag you through the mud, let you know that He don't need you, man. You need Him, you know. Process of humiliation. You go through stages of hardship, man. Stages of temptation, okay. Stages of trials and tribulations in the flesh, okay. So that you can be shaped and molded to the creature that YAHAWASHI wants you to be, not who you want to be. Okay, when you come into this truth, you can't be who you want to be, man. The Lord got to make you who He wants you to be, man. Okay, the Lord can give anybody a spiritual boot at any time. So that's to always be on your mind. What King David said, "Cast me not from thy presence." This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 28. It says, "Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise. And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding." Kind. So a fool, even a fool, all right, is counted to have wisdom, man. Out here in the streets, to your local bum, your Edomite, man. All right. Okay. Down to bum Jake, man. Okay, the spirit helping you to talk to Jake. He going through some shit and he keeping his mouth closed and he listening. That's a beautiful thing, man. He listening to the spirit. And the spirit of the Most High YAHAWASHI put the spirit on him to listen. But he's esteemed. And even a fool that don't know shit in the world, man. You know? It says, "And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding." Kind of, because how can you gain wisdom without being proven, man? Wisdom has to prove you. Wisdom has to try you, man. You know? You know, you got the numbers. One is wisdom. You know, two is knowledge. 3 is understanding, man. You know? So it's stages to this, man. And that comes by you what? Being humble in the spirit and listening to what brothers got to say, man. Listening to the spirit, because it's not them speaking. You might think it's a brother he want to just flex because he older than you. You know what nah, bro, it's the spirit, man. If that brother going off, the Lord gonna correct him, man. But if it's sincere, it's gonna be edifying, man. All right, and you gotta believe and trust in that, man. At the end of the day, this is not about a camera. This is about the eyes of YAHAWASHI. Okay. So I'm going to read that again and move on. This is Psalm 17, verse 28. "Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise." Kind. So hold your peace when you're around older brothers, man. Listen. All right? You know? Be humble, man. This ain't about professing your wisdom or what you think you know. Because brothers know that already, man. And it ain't even about them. Elders know this, man. Okay? And YAHAWASHI gave us the truth, man. All right? So don't be trying to be somebody, man. Just be humble. Stay in the back. stay low key. One of the synonyms for timid is low key, man. You know, you want to be low key in this truth. You don't want to be somebody, man. Because the Lord, it's a lot of somebodies. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that in Salat 11th chapter. It's a lot of somebodies that became nobody overnight, man. Great kings, YAHAWASHI brought down with great wisdom and knowledge and understanding. That's why you have the book of Kings. That's why and it's backed up by the Chronicles, man. So all throughout the scriptures, the Lord had to humble us, man. So how much more in these last days, man? The scriptures say perilous times shall come. Okay? Boasters, lovers of themselves, so forth and so on. You don't want to get caught up in that category, man. You know? So the best thing is that what? Shut your lips, man. You know? Do more listening. Because what? It says, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. All right? So now let's go to the account of Apostle Paul. Let's see how Apostle Paul moved when he was around the so-called Gentiles, if you will, okay, who were nothing but foreign Israelites, man, okay, Hebrew Israelites, all right, that took on the traditions or the heathen or the customs of the heathens, man. So, for lack of better terms, okay, today we live in, well, majority of us in America, well, all of us are in captivity, but the people here in America, all right, we will be, our people would be so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. They will be considered Gentiles. Why? Because they have been Americanized and they take on the customs of the so-called Americans, man. Okay? When they are Hebrew Israelites, man. So they are in a Gentile state of mind. See? Because they have taken on the heathen customs. They're not Africans and they're not Americans. Okay? So let's see the spirit Apostle Paul was in when he went to the churches and he spoke to Jake, man, who was in a heathen state, man, who was in a Gentile state of mind. Okay. Bear me real quick with the spirit. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "Now I, Paul, myself, beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Hamashiach YAHAWASHI, who in presence am base among you." So Apostle Paul said when he was teaching, all right, to the people, to the Jakes out there in Corinth in that time, all right, what he came to them based, okay, he abased himself, man. He was lowly, and and that's why he said by the gentleness and the meekness of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, because what did YAHAWASHI do and what did YAHAWASHI say? YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, who the word ignorantly called Jesus Christ, he came riding in Jerusalem on a coat of an ass, man. That's second in command. That's the second greatest spirit ever, man, created, man. Up there in the heavens right now on the right hand side of Hamashiach YAHAWASHI. So how much more you, man? You don't know what number you fall in if we be those men 144,000, even a 1/3. You don't even know who you are, man. Because the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes, there's no form of remembrance. So who do you think you are, man? So that's why we got to always be humble in this truth, man. Always got to be humble. Never forget where you came from, man. Out of the world. We straight out of the world, man. Okay? Don't never forget that, bro. You straight out of the world, bro. If it wasn't for YAHAWASHI's mercy, you don't exist in his eyes, man. This is about grace and mercy to his saints and the care that he has for his elect. And we striving to be a part of that number, man. We don't know if we're a part of that number, man. You know? So when you around brothers, you want to use few words. You want to do more listening, man. And do your own thing, man. All right? When you doing your thing, do your thing, man. But when you're around brothers, that's when you be a base. Okay? You abase yourself, man. You know how to be humble, man. Okay? That's what we're reading about, man. Okay? 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Now I, Paul, myself, beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Hamashiach YAHAWASHI, who in presence, so it says, in the word presence in the 16:11, it says, an outward appearance. So in his outward appearance, he was what? Base. He was low. Okay? And that's how we are. From Elder Apostle Tahar on down, man. That's how we know the spirit is on him. Because we ain't looking at the outward appearance. Because see, when you read and apply the scriptures, what it say in the book of 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter 16 verse, man. The Heavenly Father looketh not on the outward countenance of a man. So the Lord deal with the spirit of a man. In Jeremiah the 23rd chapter, it says, who can hide himself from the Heavenly Father? For the Lord trieth the hearts and the reins of men, man. Okay? So the Lord know the spirit, man. Okay? He the one that's trying the spirit, man. Okay? All right? It says, who in presence am base among you, okay? But being absent and bold towards you, man. Okay? It says, but being absent and bold towards you, man. So what? So when you absent, when you out there on camp, when it's time for you to speak, then that's when you put on Superman, man. All right? But when you're around Akim, you shut your lips, man. Cause what? Then you are esteemed a man of understanding. Why? Because it's levels to the truth, man. Like I said, the reason why I'm doing this video is because this is something that I had to learn, man. Okay? This is something that I had to go through humiliation, man, to be where I'm at, man. You know? In the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, being humble, man. It's a process of humiliation. Okay? In the scriptures of the book of James, it says, humble thyself in the sight of the Lord, and in due time he will lift thee up, man. This ain't about you being lifted up. All right? This is about the work being done, man. This is about the words of the Heavenly Father being fulfilled, man. This is about him and his word, man, being fulfilled, man. Okay? And we are partaking in that word. And Lord's will we be the elect. All right? We're going to partake on the right-hand side of it, man, which is righteousness, man. And we're going to be justified by righteousness. Another word for just is righteous, man. All right? So we're going to be justified by our faith, man. Okay? By believing in his word, man. Okay? And you got to, scripture say faith cometh by hearing, man. You got to do more having an attentive ear. In the book of Sirach, it says a man of understanding, a prudent man will hear words and be have an attentive ear, man. You know, so that he can gain in wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Why? Because the faith come by hearing, man. Okay. So you constantly around brothers, but you taking heed to the spirit and growing in the spirit, man. And then you gotta know who the brother. You gotta know the brothers who you're around. You gotta know the state of the flock. Why? Because you can know who's sincere. You gotta know the sincere brothers around you, man, so that you can know when it's the spirit speaking through you. Why? Because it's gonna be love. Because them brothers want to make it. Brothers ain't gonna treat you no other way. Brothers ain't gonna treat you no type of way, man. Because they got wisdom too, man. Brothers know how to treat you, man. If brothers treating you a certain way, it's because you probably need to check yourself, man. You know, brother pull you to the side. Hey, brother, you know, and take heed to the spirit, man. The spirit gonna reveal everything, man. Okay? So that you can grow, man. That you can be a better you, man. Day by day. Okay? And that comes by using few words and being and shutting your lips and listening when brothers speak to you, man. That's how you grow in the spirit, man. Because the Lord ain't gonna come down here and talk to you. Did the Lord come down and talk to, when the Lord came down and talked to our people in the time of the first Exodus, because we in the time of the second Exodus, according to Jeremiah the 16th chapter. Okay? But what did our people say? Oh, no, we don't want to hear the Most High, man. Let us talk to Moses. Yeah, we're gonna deal with Moses, man. Like what the fuck is wrong with Jake, man? That's the problem, man. Jake was so proud in that time. It was like, look, man, hush up. Let me speak to the Most High. I want to speak to the Most High, man. And the Most High was speaking through Moses. So when the Most High had to flex, all he did was drop a couple thunders off. You can imagine in that time how glorious the Most High poured up. And we ain't seen him, but we believe, man. Stay humble in this truth, man. Stay humble, stay low. Stay to the ground, man. The word humble means low to the ground. We ain't seen the Most High, but we believe in that power. We know the issues of death belong to that power. We know poverty and riches come from that power. We know wisdom and understanding come from that power, man. And we know faith, which is the gift, come from him, man. So to have that gift, stay humble in his truth. Stay low and listen to brothers when they speak, man. Okay? And use few words. Not to boast think you got it all, because you don't, man. You know? That's pride. You know? And I had that on me before, man. But you got to get rid of that. Praying, fasting, man. Okay? Which we all got to do more of. But the point of this lesson is you want to use few words, okay? Be humble, man. Stand in your lot, man. All right? 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 2. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present. So here it is. Apostle Paul say he ain't bold when he present, man. Okay? Apostle Paul said he is not bold when he is present. So for an example, in today's society, if you will, Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Tahar, he's not a man of a great stature and outward appearance. We all know that, right? But when it comes down to that man's wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and his intelligence, we know who Apostle Tahar is, man. Okay? He don't got to come out bold. Okay? The scriptures say wisdom is stronger than 10 mighty men. Okay? We know the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is dealing with him, man. To the brothers out there that actually believe in his truth. We don't need nobody else to confirm that, man. You know that. Okay? So this is how Apostle Paul was meeting Jake, man. Okay? Who were alienated from the customs, man. All right? When he was bringing them back by the grace of YAHAWASHI, by the gentleness and the gentleness and the meekness of Hamashiach, man. He didn't have to come off all bold. He just dropped the jewels. Okay? He told them the truth. All right? He abased himself. Okay? And he told them to give diligence, man. All right? Because the elect was going to do that anyways, man. Okay? So if you the elect, you're going to take these words and run with them, man. Because the scriptures say what? Write it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, man. So when brothers heard this word, what? We ran off with it, man. Like Jake saying the word, ran off on the plug twice. We was like, fuck this flesh, you know? And ran off with the spirit, chasing this truth, man. All the way to the end. And that's running this race. Not a swiftness, not a speed, you know? But time and chance, man. Okay? So it was a point of the time in your life that you heard this word, and it was a chance, man. Okay? It's a chance for us to have this truth, man. You know? 2 Corinthians 10 and 2. I'm going to start from verse 1 again. Just read it through. Now I, Paul, myself, beseech you, by the meekness and gentleness of Hamashiach, who in presence am base among you, but being absent and bold towards you. But I beseech you, that I may not be bold when I am present, with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some. It says, which think of us as if we walk according to the flesh, right? So what? When he's among other people, then he's Superman out there, man. Okay? All right? When Apostle Paul out there, when he was on his journeys, he was Superman out there, man. Was flexing in the spirit. The spirit was on him heavy, man. Okay? Very zealous for the Lord, man. Okay? But what? He humbled himself. That's the point, man. He abased himself, man. Okay? You want to abase yourself in this truth. The greater thou art, the more humble you got to be. Why? Because that's the mercy. That's the balance. You great in wisdom. You great in knowledge, and you great in understanding. But what about the younger brother that's coming in, man? So say we had, which we don't, okay? That's off the faith, already know. But say we don't, say we had 10 more years, right? You would become an elder, okay? Speaking to your younger brothers, man. You would be 10 years in the truth, okay? So what about the younger brother who just came in? You gonna treat him like he know it all? No, you gotta humble yourself, man. You gotta, because that's how you gonna gain more wisdom and understanding, man. Okay? You gonna gain more, man. You can't lose with the spirit, man. Because you're gonna know how to operate more, how brothers feel, how to maneuver through the spirit, you know. Okay, and it's all aiding the body of YAHAWASHI. All this is aiding the body of YAHAWASHI, bro. Because you're gonna know you in the body, and if this brother is a potential elect member and he in the truth, then he a part of the body like me. So I can't just throw him around and No, you're going to have that experience, man. Okay? That's why, I probably didn't write it down, but that was clutch, though. But yeah, that's the point. He humbled himself, man. All right? Now let's move on to James. Okay? Apostle Paul humbled himself, man, when he went to the churches, man. He was not boasting. He was not bold, man. The scriptures say his outward appearance, I forgot the word for it, but his letters were weighty, man. Is that not an example? You know, I had to catch my word, you know, but is that not an example of how Elder Apostle Tahar is, man? You know, Elder Apostle Tahar, weighty in the spirit, man, because these are spiritual epistles. When we doing these videos, man, we ain't writing them down. This is off the spirit. Okay, we ain't getting paid for this, man. Just the spirit speaking, man. Okay. So you don't gotta come off like you know it all, man. Just do what you gotta do. Use few words wrong, brothers. Okay? Stand in your lot, man. Be you. Alright? Know that YAHAWASHI, the angels watching you, man. This for your salvation, man. Can't hold somebody else's hand. Alright? Be you in this truth, man. Be you in this truth. Fuck a camera. Okay? Be you in this truth, man. Alright? James chapter 1 verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear. Kind with the swiftness, man. You know? Swift is a beautiful word, man. You know? To be swift, that's how Gad was. You know? To be swift, you on point. You follow in the spirit. And the scriptures say, wisdom meeteth a man in every thought, man. You know? A man of understanding in every thought, man. You know? And that's a process, you know? You can't just get on that level. That goes through, it's a process of being humble, being brought low, so that you can be built up. And that comes with listening. Shammai, man. Listening to brothers. Okay? Listening to the spirit speak through them, man. And knowing it's the spirit speaking through them, man. Okay? And the spirit is going to be on you to be fearful of YAHAWASHI because it's the spirit speaking. And that's why you had this great awakening. Because from Elder Apostle Tahar living right now, we all in order, man. Lord's will. Okay? This is the spirit speaking, man. On the planet Earth, YAHAWASHI is showing himself on a very low level, man. On a very extreme low level, man. Concerning how his strictness, his austerity was. Okay? So you want to be very low in this truth, man. And listen more. Okay? Because we know how AHBAD get down. Okay? We know how AHBAD get down. That's why the Old Testament was written, man. You've seen how AHBAD flexed. Okay? And he was very long suffering, man. That's why you got the book of Judges. We kept going off. He always raised up. He was long suffering, man. Very merciful. That's Sirach 2 and 10. Okay? So this is about trusting in the spirit, man. Okay? Trust in the spirit. Alright? Because you're going to be on that level regardless, man, being a Hebrew Israelite. But it's time for you to listen right now, man. Grow. Okay? Grow. Stay low, man. You don't got to know it all. Brothers know your spirit, man. You got to be around here trying to act like you know it all. Because then you're going to be a fool. You're going to make a fool out of yourself, man. Okay? Be humble. James chapter 1 verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, right? Beloved meaning what? Beloved. Elect. Okay? Which the scriptures was only written for, man. Alright? That's Malachi 3 and 16. The book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared him, man. Not everybody feared the Lord. Only the elect fear YAHAWASHI. Okay? So it says, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Okay? Slow to speak, and slow to wrath, man. Slow to speak. Listen to the brothers speak. Because the brothers love the Lord. And because of the YAHAWASHI, they're going to feed you knowledge and understanding. And when they're feeding you knowledge and understanding, you're going to grow in the spirit because you're listening. So it's a domino effect. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 12. He that is void of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. All right? And that go for a lot of older brothers in the flesh, but younger in the spirit. You know, that's a twofold scripture, man. You don't ever want to despise a brother, man, because it's not the brother you're looking at. It's the spirit. It's the spirit in that man, you know. It's the spirit. Okay? So you want to listen. Listen when the spirit's speaking, man. Okay? Any brother, man. Old or young, man. Alright? Because it's not about the outward appearance. It's about YAHAWASHI. And the scripture saying in Proverbs 16, the preparations of the heart and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord, man. So everything men say is from YAHAWASHI. Because he the first one that spoke. And all these things came into existence. That's his power level. Yahawah, the Heavenly Father, his power level was infinite, man. And he's getting ready to show you just a taste of that, man. Just a little bit of that. When he judged America, man. Which is Babylon the Great according to the scriptures. But we're going to have a taste of infinite too. We're going to be infinite, man. But you just got to wait, man. Just got to listen right now, man. Just listen. Let the Lord be glorified, man. The scriptures say, wait ye upon the Lord till he rise. Let the Lord rise. Okay? It's not you rising, man. It's the spirit. And it's his spirit. Okay? On you, man. To do a job. Okay? And right now, you got to listen, man. Use few words, you know, when you're around the brothers, you know. Proverbs 11 and 12, it says, he that is void, okay, it says destitute of heart, of wisdom, despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. You want to hold your peace when you're around brothers. Oh, I got to close out on him. Let's see what King David said. Nasty. You know, King David be sliding, bro. King David do not be fucking off, bro. He feared the Lord. That's why his house is being raised up. Men that fear the Lord, man. See, this is a domino effect. Psalms 141, I'm gonna close out on this. This is a psalm of David, man. Not the chief musician. Okay, none of that. This is a psalm of David, man. Alright? Let's see what David said, man. King David, man. Alright? Whose mind was after the Lord. You think this man ain't fear the Lord? Okay? Think this man ain't had to be brought low? He was already low, man. Okay? Tending to the sheep, man. And he was exalted among all his brothers, man. He had 7 other brothers, man. Okay? He was the youngest, man. That go to show you the Lord deal with the spirit, man. Alright? The spirit of integrity. Spirit of obedience, man. Obeying the voice. How is the Lord speaking? Is he going to speak to you? You going to hear a loud voice speaking? No, bro. He going to speak to you through men. Like he always did. From the foundations of the world. That's St. Luke 1 and 70, man. Okay? The Lord always spoke through men. It's nothing new under the sun. That time it was Moses. Okay? Then you got the prophets. Then you had Yahawashi. Then you had the disciples who became apostles. Okay? Now, today, what? All is being brought back. Now you got the prophets, the apostles. That's Ephesians the 4th chapter, man. Some he gave prophets, apostles, okay? Evangelists, okay? Helps, so forth and so on. This is the spirit of the Lord, man. Scattered across the 4 corners of the earth. That's what you want to listen to, man. And you can't gain in that if you're doing too much talking. That's why you got to use few words when you're around brothers, man. Use few words when you're around brothers, man. So you can gain in the spirit and listen. Gaining in the spirit, man. Okay? Gain. Okay? Because ultimately it's the love of Yahawashi. This is Psalms 141, verse 3. Check this out. It says, set a watch. It says, set a watch, O YAHAWASHI, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. Okay. Psalms 141, verse 3. Set a watch, O YAHAWASHI, before my mouth, man. So King David wanted to be what? He wanted to be completely in the spirit, man. Completely controlled and dominated by YAHAWASHI, the living power, man. So that he can be, so that YAHAWASHI can be glorified in him, man. Okay? That's why he said, take not this spirit from me. It's not King David we worship. It's the spirit of YAHAWASHI, man, that he put on certain men. Okay? That's why the scriptures say double honors, man. Honor meaning what? Going to the word worship, man. Just look it up. Okay? Psalms 141 and 3. Set a watch, O YAHAWASHI, before my mouth, man. Okay? So once again, when brothers speak, okay, it's no coincidence that you just coming into the truth. Because the Lord is he going to exalt you in due time for a reason, man. Whatever it is. All of us going to get exalted, man. Every last one of us, the 144 going to get a crown on their head. But it's lots, man. It's lots got to be fulfilled, man. You can't be up here trying to shake some shit when the Lord already setting pieces. He already setting things together, man. Okay? So you want to ask the Lord to set your mouth so that he can speak through you, man. St. Matthew's 10 and 20, you know. So that he can be glorified. Let thy will be done, you know. It says, keep the door of my lips, okay? Because the scriptures say life and death is in the power of the tongue. And the tongue can cut you. The tongue can pierce you. The scriptures say the tongue are not my words fire. Jeremiah said that word was burning in me, man. Why do you think the Most High told YAHAWASHI told John the Revelator that he shall prophesy again, man? Because we're speaking before it happens, man. Okay? So you want the words of YAHAWASHI to come out of your mouth, man, so that you can be justified among sinners, man. So when his word come to pass, they shall know that a prophet was among them, man. All right? Since niggas think this shit is a game, man, I just want to throw that out there, man. Because I'm tired of you niggas, man. All right? Don't think shit sweet. Yeah, we edify, but you niggas gonna get jacked the fuck up, man. 2/3 you finished. All right? Okay? Thinking this word a game. Trying to man of the Lord. You finished. All right? But scriptures say, in thy patience, possess ye your soul, man. So we got to be patient in this truth. Because it's coming. All right? But like I say, man, Lord's Witness was edifying to you younger Akim, man, like myself, all right? To use few words when you're around younger brothers, man. You can't do nothing but advance in the spirit, man. All right? Okay? Use few words, man. All right? When you're around Akim. When you on your own and you doing your thing, you doing your videos, you doing your lesson, let the spirit take over. That's you. But when you're around brothers, you listen to the spirit, man. All right? You got to do all that talking. All right? And I'm speaking to myself, man. That's why I'm doing this video. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. I'll be doing all that talking, man. All right? Be you in this truth, man. So that's Shalom.